Hey everybody, you're watching Hyper Tiger XT, my name is Tiger, and in case you were wondering, the XT stands for... You might have noticed if you were watching last week that my style of vlogging has changed somewhat from the all erratic everythingness that I was doing into more of a cohesive topic structure, and that's because I've decided that I want to have a focus, like a cute little werewolf-shaped laser beam. I'm going to use something to drill down into a topic, and I've decided that my focus are going to be ADHD as well as sexuality and gender stuff, because I'm going to have two focuses, because that way I'm not really going to get bored as quickly, because that is what happens, and I'm going to use those focuses to talk about and discuss and all of that kind of thing, how those two topics here relate to and affect and intermingle and all of that kind of stuff with gaming and gaming culture and nerd culture and all of that kind of thing. But first, I think some groundwork needs to be laid, and last week I did some of the groundwork for ADHD stuff, which must mean that this week I'm doing some groundwork for sexuality and gender, so let's get started, woohoo! When people are talking about gender stuff or sexuality stuff, they normally describe how people identify as existing on a spectrum, that is, people can be placed on a one-dimensional line as a point between two extremes. For gender stuff, that's normally like between female and male, and for sexuality stuff, that's normally between heterosexual and homosexual. The sexuality one is actually more commonly referred to as the Kinsey scale, although new ways of describing people's sexuality have come about now, and super recently people are describing their sexuality as a point on a two-dimensional plane instead of a one-dimensional line, which is super neat, but I think this is still too wicked restrictive and all that kind of stuff, and we need to expand the notion of both sexuality and gender to something more along the lines of, say, a three-dimensional space. Gender especially is such a hugely, infinitely intricate, complex, beautiful thing that ranges so far outside of just male and female and the points in between. Yes, male and female are definitely two genders, but they are just two little points out of an infinite range of things that could potentially exist, and to limit yourself in your thinking to say that somebody definitely has to be male or female is so stupidly restrictive. Why would you do that? Not just to yourself, but to other people. I mean, it is completely 100% cool if you are so certain in your knowledge that you are male or you are female. That's awesome, good for you, but maybe if you look your head to the left just a little bit, or you look up into the sky and you gaze out upon the so many things that you perhaps didn't know were there, you'll discover something about yourself or about somebody that you love that you hadn't been willing to consider before, and wouldn't that be awesome? There is so much more that I wanted to say about this concept, like the fact that agender people probably exist either in their own little space, or they exist at the origin of this gender space, at the 000 point, But I have run out of time, so what I want for you guys to do, please, in the comment section, is tell me in your own words about your gender. Do you fall male, female? Do you fall somewhere on the male-female line? Or do you fall somewhere else in the nebulous vastness of this gender three-dimensional space thing that I have been describing? Please tell me this, and remember to share this video with your friends and everybody like that, and give it a like and subscribe if you're not subscribed already, and I will see you next week for more. Bye-bye!